Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learner AK. Friends, today we discuss about a very important topic, full wave rectifier. In full explanation, friend, if you preparing of examination PGSM2, you can write carefully, very shortly, in very easy language. Let's discuss about full wave rectifier. Figure shows that Figure shows the full wave rectifier circuit which consists of two diodes and a center trapped transformer. You can see friends full wave rectifier circuit figure. Figure is most important part of topics friends. So draw figure carefully. V out D1 D2 D1 D2. And this is the totally transformer circuit and this is the diodes RL output D1 D2 A B circuit. Let's discuss about now. During the positive half cycle of the input AC, the end A of secondary winding is positive and end minus negative. Positive and negative. This makes D1 forward biased and D2 reverse biased. Thus, D1 conducts current and D2 does not conduct. Similarly, during the negative half cycle of input AC, the end A of secondary winding is negative and end B is positive. This makes D1 reverse biased and D2 forward biased. Thus, D2 conducts current and D1 is cut off. Now friends, analysis of full wave rectifier. Let E is equal to E naught sin omega t be the input AC voltage to be rectified. If both the diodes are supposed to be identical, then the respective diode currents are given by I1 is equal to E naught sin omega t by R plus RL. I2 is equal to 0, I1 is equal to 0. I2 is equal to E naught sin omega t plus pi. R plus RL is equal to minus E naught sin omega t by R plus RL. That is for second half cycle. Here I1 and I2 are the currents of two diodes. R is AC resistance of each diode and RL is the load resistance. First point, friend, output DC power. Since each diode conducts alternately for only half cycles of the input voltage, so the total current through the load is I is equal to I1 plus I2. We can evaluate the value of DC current from the average of sinusoidal current pulses as this is the calculation friends. This is important. IDC is equal to 1 by 2 integration 0 to t by 2 I1 dt plus 1 by t by 2 by t I2 dt is equal to 1 by t 0 to integration t by 2 I naught sin omega t dt plus 1 by t by 2 integration t minus I naught sin omega t dt is equal to I naught by t integration 0 to t by 2 sin omega t dt minus t by 2 t sin omega t dt. I naught by t minus cos omega t by w 0 to t by 2 minus cos omega t by omega t by 2 I naught by t omega minus cos pi plus cos 0 minus cos 2 pi plus cos pi I naught by t w 1 plus 1 minus 1 minus 1 is equal to 4 I naught t omega is equal to 2 I naught by pi. IDC is equal to 2 I naught by pi 2 by pi into E naught R plus RL. This is equation 1. That the DC output voltage will be ADC is equal to IDC into RL is equal to 2 I naught by pi. RL is equal to 2 by pi E naught R plus RL into RL. This is equation 2. Now PDC is equal to I square DC RL is equal to 4 pi I square I naught square by pi RL is equal to 4 by pi square E naught square R plus RL square RL. This is equation 3. Now we discuss about 2. Topic 2, AC input power. The RMS or effective value of the current can be found from the definition. IRMS is equal to under root 1 by t 0 to integration t I square dt. 1 by t 0 to t by 2 I1 square dt plus t by 2 t I2 square dt, half 1 by t into integration 0 to t by 2 I naught square sin square omega t dt plus t by 2 t minus I naught square sin square omega t dt, half I naught square by t integration 0 to t sin square omega t dt, half is equal to I naught square by t t by 2, half is equal to I naught square by 2 under root is equal to I naught by root 2. IRMS is equal to I naught by under root 2 is equal to E naught root 2 R plus RL. This is the equation 4. Total AC power input into the circuit is PAC is equal to I square RMS R plus RL is equal to I naught square by 2 R plus RL. PAC is equal to E naught square by 2 into R plus RL. This is the equation 5. Now topic 3 friends, rectifier efficiency. NR is equal to PDC by PAC into 100% is equal to 4 I naught square RL by pi square I naught square R plus RL by 2 into 100% is equal to 8 RL by pi square R plus RL into 100%. NR is equal to 81.2 1 plus R by RL percent. This is the equation 6. The efficiency will be maximum 81.2%. If R is negligible as compared to RL, this value is double the efficiency due to half wave rectifier. Therefore, a full wave rectifier is to be as effective as half wave rectifier. Now we discuss about ripple factor. If it is easily found from y is equal to under root 2 IRMS by IDC square minus 1 I naught by root 2 2 I naught by pi square minus 1, half and under root pi square by 8 minus 1 is equal to under root 1.23 minus 1. Ripple factor is equal to 0.482. This is the equation 7. The ripple factor has dropped from 1.21 in the half wave rectifier to 0.482 in the full wave rectifier. This shows that in the output of a full wave rectifier, the DC component is more than the AC component. For this reason, full wave rectifier is invariably used for conversion of AC into DC. Advantage of a full wave rectifier over a half wave rectifier. First advantage friends, the DC output voltage and the efficiency of the rectification of a full wave rectifier is much greater than that of a half wave rectifier. Second, the ripple factor is full wave rectifier is small in comparison to half wave rectifier. And then third, the current through the secondary winding follows in opposite directions in two positions, and therefore a major part of the flux through transformer core is cancelled, avoiding the saturation of the core. This reduces the eddy currents and hysteresis loss through the core as compared to half wave rectifier. Thank you friends, this is very important topics. If this video is very useful to us, please subscribe my YouTube channel and please support me. Thank you friends, we meet in next video.